Jack, one of the most legendary things that we're familiar with as race fans is your run at Daytona and your modified. Tell us a little bit about that and what it meant to you.
Well, truthfully, not sounding like fat-headed, but I got up on the track with the coupe. We were running around there about, 90 miles an hour. I looked out the side window, saw the grass, and I said, these guys that are related one way or another, Petty or somebody, they get a start here. They didn't break their necks every Saturday night on some half-mile dirt track and hope to get here. Truthfully, it's the easiest thing I ever did. And I said it was harder to win a 100-lap race in a three-quarter midget at Pine Brook than to run at Daytona once you got used to the speed. But originally, I was working for this guy, Bobby Dockery, who was behind me all the time, that I went to school with, who owned a Mercedes place and a Ford place. He came to me one day, he said, "I'm going to buy the best race car we can find." I said, "I want a midget." I was the service manager for it. We called Tony Bettenhausen Jr., and he met us at the Pennsylvania line with the tub, which was a monocoque chassis, We made a deal. I got back the next week, he said, "I'm not going to buy that for you because you're going to get killed in it, and I will lose a good service manager." I said, "Well, that's important." So then guy says, "But I'll buy you the best stock car possible." So I asked around, I said, "Who has a good stock car?" Because I was running the TQs, stock car at Wise Glass, And I said, "Go see this guy Ruderman." So I go to Nazareth, Pennsylvania. It was cold out. I see this guy with a hood on and a hot chocolate jumping out of his mug. And he says, "If you guys are going to do it next week, you're going to do it without me." So I talked to Buzzy, ended up with the dirt car. We ran that at Nazareth. I did well with it, finished fourth in the points the first year with it. And I never rode a big track much before. And then this fall he says, "I think you ought to buy my asphalt car." So I got Bobby to put up the money, which I paid him back for at the end of the year. He was like the bank. We bought the A-frame car. And we're going to run the All-Star League. I'm going to be Buzzy's partner at Nazareth. I thought that was fantastic to be chosen to be with him.
And then the midgets, the modified.
Next thing I know, Larry Mendelson committed suicide. No more All-Star League. What am I going to do with the coupe? Everybody said, take it to Daytona. So I took him up. I took it to Daytona. It was the last coupe at Daytona. It touched 181 mile an hour there in 1974. And I was thrilled, But I always loved the open cockpit because when I used to come here at Patterson and watch the cars, I was a kid, 1947, watched Johnny Ritter. It was my thing that made me want to go, and fell in love with the number 3. I've always had it on my cars, except when I drive for somebody else. Or I'm champion, I put the number 1 on. And just to come here and watch Ritter and Schindler, and all of Duncan, Bonadias, all those guys that later I got to race with. And Johnny Coy, I got to race with his kid and his grandkid.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Absolutely. So open cockpit has always been your favorite and your first love, and even to this day in 2017, here you are still out on the track showing some of the younger guys the way around. I noticed.
Well, I don't know if I show the way around, but I just feel at ease. It doesn't seem hard for me. I love it. So, I'm only 49, but I lied about my age because I want to be accepted, and I just look older. Because I had a hard life, so.
Yeah.
So I still get around pretty good.